The protagonist, Anita Needy, who is committed to a mental institution, is first presented to us in the opening scene. She seems like a dangerous patient, and when she strikes a nurse without cause, it becomes even more clear. As a form of punishment, Anita is cast into a gloomy cell, where she spends her time telling stories of her previous existence. The story then jumps to a past, bringing us to the little village of Devil's Kettle, which got its name from an enigmatic waterfall. The water flows into a deep hole and never emerges for an unknown reason. This phenomena is so mysterious that not even scientists can figure out where it goes. Then Anita introduces us to Jennifer, her best friend, who, in contrast to her, is a popular and attractive cheerleader at their college. The two like one another's company, despite not having much in common. Anita has a boyfriend named Chip as well, but she is more in love with her best friend than she is with her lover. One night, Jennifer brings Anita to a dive club in the neighborhood where Low Shoulder, an indie rock band, is playing. Jennifer approaches Nicholas, the main performer, as soon as they arrive because she finds him appealing. After a long period of conversation, Jennifer is told to go grab some beverages. Nicholas approaches his bandmates while she is gone, bringing up Jennifer's virginity and stating that she would be ideal for their project. After overhearing their talk, Anita tells her best friend about it since she feels strange. Jennifer, though, ignores it most of the time. Before long, the band takes the stage and the good times commence for all. Yet an unexpected electrical short circuit results in a fire that quickly spreads across the bar. People are running for their lives and chaos follows. The two buddies escape via a bathroom window in the middle of the chaos. The band, surprisingly, has already left the building and is behaving casually as if nothing had happened. After a time of conversation, Nicholas asks Jennifer to join them out of the blue. Jennifer readily agrees, even though Anita finds the entire affair unsettling. Even so, she enters the boys' van and ignores her best buddy. Once they've driven off, Anita gets home and calls her boyfriend right away, telling him everything that happened. Anita's nervousness is heightened when the doorbell rings in the middle of their chat. When she finally makes her way downstairs and opens the door, she finds no one outside. She goes back to her room feeling uneasy, but there are sounds coming from the kitchen. When Anita looks for the cause, she discovers Jennifer totally covered in blood. She gives me a wicked smile to add to the eerie atmosphere. After that, Jennifer opens the refrigerator and begins eating raw chicken. She lets out a high-pitched scream and throws up a dark liquid trail. She seemed to have been taken over by some kind of demonic force. Anita tries to call for assistance because the whole situation is too much for her to bear, but Jennifer soon pushes her against the wall. Then, just as she is about to bite Anita's neck, she suddenly flees after feeling possessed. Anita doesn't seem to be able to move past what happened the night before when she arrives at school the next morning. Anita is concerned about her best friend as well, but to her amazement, Jennifer shows up in perfect condition and allays Anita's anxieties. Not long later, their professor sends his sympathies to the families of the people who died in the previous night's bar disaster. The news saddens everyone, but Jennifer doesn't seem to care and even makes fun of the circumstance. Anita is perplexed and questions her best friend's well-being. She is aware that the Low Shoulder band may be connected to her actions. Afterwards, Anita goes looking for Chip and tells him everything about Jennifer, including the details of her recent demonic appearance. Jennifer, on the other hand, approaches Jonas, the captain of the college football team, who is mourning the loss of his best buddy. It seems that he perished in the fire as well. Jennifer guides him to the woodland behind their campus while offering consoling words. When she gets there, she starts to woo him, while a number of animals and birds appear out of nowhere to surround them. Jonas is about to ask more questions when Jennifer takes on her wicked form and mercilessly disembowels him till he dies. A college professor hears his terrifying screams and goes to the site, discovering his disfigured corpse. Later on that night, Anita and Jennifer spoke over the phone. Anita is still troubled by what happened, but Jennifer tells her to go on, saying life is too short to worry about such things. While they are talking, Jennifer purposefully burns her tongue with a lighter, but she doesn't get hurt. At that moment, Anita receives a call from her boyfriend, who surprisingly tells her that Jonas has been murdered, which only makes her worry more. Concurrently, Low Shoulder became extremely well known as a result of unfounded reports that they helped numerous individuals escape the fire. Thousands and thousands of people begin asking them to perform, and eventually a charity show at the neighborhood school is confirmed. A month after the traumatic incident, the atmosphere among the residents seems to be gradually returning to normal. Anita and the others are able to muster smiles and move forward, finding solace in each other's company. However, a stark contrast is evident in Jennifer. She appears weary, lethargic, and visibly unwell, bearing the lingering effects of the traumatic event. One day, as Anita and Jennifer stroll down the corridor after class, Colin, a fellow student, approaches them. In a surprising turn of events, Colin musters the courage to ask Jennifer out on a date. Despite her worn-out appearance, Jennifer responds unexpectedly by sharing her address with Colin via text, extending an invitation for him to visit. This unexpected exchange raises questions about Jennifer's emotional state and motivations. Is her acceptance of the date an attempt to distract herself from the lingering trauma, or does it hint at a deeper emotional struggle? The atmosphere is charged with uncertainty as the narrative takes an intriguing turn, leaving the audience curious about the dynamics unfolding within the characters' lives. Later that evening, Anita and Chip share a private moment as Colin excitedly makes his way to the address that Jennifer has given him. Colin discovers that the house is still under construction and that the region is uninhabited upon reaching his destination. Still, he goes inside the house and finds Jennifer, who gives him a brief start from behind. She starts kissing and sultering him without any delay. The boy had a great time, and for the first few minutes, everything goes according to plan. However, he soon spots an unsettling shift in Jennifer's eye. Colin tries to flee from there, but the evil girl turns back into her monstrous form and murders him with a ruthless smile. She goes so far as to cruelly sip his blood. Amidst a romantic moment with Chip, Anita finds herself abruptly plunged into a surreal nightmare as hallucinations take hold of her senses. The tranquility of the scene transforms into a chilling panorama, with blood inexplicably dripping from the ceiling. Adding to the macabre spectacle, she perceives Jonas's spirit seated on the couch, an eerie presence that sends shivers down her spine. Overwhelmed by terror, Anita abruptly leaves Chip's house and speeds away in her car, desperately trying to escape the haunting visions. However, her nightmarish journey takes an even more disturbing turn when she nearly runs over Jennifer, who appears covered in blood, intensifying Anita's fears. Racing back home in panic, Anita locks herself in her bedroom, seeking refuge from the surreal horror unfolding around her. As she lies in bed attempting to calm her racing thoughts, she is startled to find Jennifer mysteriously present in her room, seemingly normal once more. Confused and terrified, Anita grapples with the disconcerting reality of the situation. Jennifer, seemingly recovered, reveals a shocking truth that adds a sinister layer to the unfolding narrative. She discloses that the band, Low Shoulder, responsible for the bar fire incident, had taken her to an enigmatic waterfall and sacrificed her to Satan in a twisted pact for fame and wealth. However, Jennifer unveils a paradox. The sacrifice was successful, but she did not die because, contrary to their belief, she was not a virgin. This revelation leaves Anita bewildered, as the implications of supernatural forces and demonic pacts become increasingly surreal. Jennifer admits to being under Satan's influence ever since the sacrificial ritual, explaining her erratic behavior and the inexplicable events Anita witnessed. The disclosure not only shatters Anita's understanding of her friend's ordeal, but also raises questions about the malevolent forces at play in their lives. The unsettling revelation adds a new layer of complexity to the narrative, leaving Anita to grapple with the blurred lines between reality and the supernatural as she confronts the inexplicable horrors that have entwined their fates. Even though the band members repeatedly stabbed her, she recalls waking up from the experience unscathed. Jennifer continues by saying that she was really hungry while she was returning home. She thus consumed her first victim, a student on exchange from abroad who was thought to have perished in the fire. Jennifer reveals something even more startling after outlining everything. She was also going to eat Anita that fateful night, but she changed her mind at the last minute because she still felt something for her closest friend. Jennifer continues by saying that she feels extra strong after eating and is able to withstand almost any kind of injury without feeling pain. She purposefully makes a deep cut on her palm to illustrate this. However, it recovers on its own in a matter of seconds. The horrific disclosures overwhelm Anita, who requests that Jennifer leave. The latter acquiesces and leaps from the window of the second story, approximately 13 feet above the ground. In order to find out more about the recent unpleasant happenings, Anita starts her paranormal inquiry in the next scene. She reads books about the occult and virgin sacrifices to Satan in the cult section of her campus library in order to prepare for this. After much investigation, she eventually discovers that her closest friend is, in fact, a succubus, a supernatural creature that consumes human flesh. These creatures can only be eliminated when they are weak and starving. Anita then confides in her boyfriend Chip about her findings in the hopes of receiving support and understanding. Regretfully, he brushes off her assertions and speculates that she could want psychological support. Anita has a breakthrough while they are still conversing, which leads her to end her relationship with her boyfriend. The explanation is straightforward. She is aware that their proximity may jeopardize his life. Not only that, but Anita has also forbidden him from going to the next college program. Chip, nevertheless, angrily ignores her advice and turns to leave. Anita is determined to keep a close check on Jennifer, so she waits anxiously for her arrival on the day of the college program. As this is going on, Chip is being stopped by Jennifer to attend the program. She craftily fabricates a tale, claiming that Anita and Colin were having an affair. After that, she uses the same charming techniques that killed her prior victims to take him to an abandoned pool. Back at the program, Anita becomes more and more worried when Jennifer takes a long time to show up. When she finally gives up and goes to check on Chip at his place, she discovers that he has already left for the program. Anita begins searching the area, worried that something terrible has happened. When she finally arrives at the abandoned pool, she witnesses Jennifer eating her partner alive. Startled, Anita leaps into the swimming pool without hesitation and engages in combat with her closest companion. Jennifer is enraged by her usage of pepper spray on her. With a look of retribution in her eyes, Jennifer closes in on Anita and gets ready to deliver the killer blow when a hurt Chip musters up the last of his power and stabs Jennifer with a pool skimmer. She loses a lot of blood as a result, becoming feeble. Then, aware that she is now exposed, she leaves the area. And with that, Anita runs to her sweetheart Chip and holds him close. Before he shuts his eyes and goes away, the two share a heartfelt chat. Now broken-hearted and full of anger, Anita is ready to take revenge. She attacks Jennifer after breaking through the window into her bedroom in the middle of the night. The two get into a vicious brawl, but Jennifer prevails when she bites Anita in the shoulder. Our heroine doesn't give up and continues to fight with everything she has in spite of this. She even succeeds at ripping a best friend necklace from Jennifer's neck, which causes her to temporarily back off. Seizing the chance with both hands, Anita kills Jennifer by stabbing her in the heart with a utility knife. Jennifer's mother makes a horrifying discovery when she enters the room to find Anita standing over her deceased daughter's lifeless body. Shocked and distraught, she becomes a witness to a scene of unimaginable tragedy, further deepening the mystery surrounding Jennifer's demise. In the aftermath, Anita is confined to a psychiatric asylum, her sanity shattered by the traumatic events she experienced and the weight of her supernatural connection to Jennifer. As the story unfolds, it is revealed that Anita, marked by a bite on her shoulder from Jennifer, has inherited some of her late friend's supernatural abilities. The psychiatric institution becomes a battleground for Anita's internal struggle, the thin line between reality and the demonic forces she now possesses blurring. In a gripping last scene, Anita breaks free from the confines of the mental institution, utilizing her newfound demonic powers. She hitches a ride, masquerading as a fan of a band, concealing the dark secret that courses through her veins. The credits unfold with home recordings and images from the crime scene, exposing Anita's chilling act of vengeance. It is unveiled that she systematically hunted down and killed every member of Low Shoulder in their hotel room, serving a brutal form of retaliation for their sinister actions against Jennifer. The conclusion leaves the audience in a state of suspense, contemplating the moral complexities and supernatural repercussions that entwine the characters in this gripping and haunting tale. We really hope you enjoyed today's recap of Jennifer's Body. Please leave a comment below of what you loved about the movie and why. Be sure to like the video and please don't forget to support our channel by subscribing so you don't miss any amazing content. Until next time, lights, camera, action. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.